Hi, I'm Laura Bowles, Executive Director of Martinsville Uptown, and this is Uptown. I'm here this morning at the Farmers Market, which is going to be the location of the upcoming TGIF on June 24th. And our band for that event is going to be 58, as you can see, 58 West. As you can see, I've got 4 of the 5 members of TGIF's 58 West band here joining me this morning, so you can tell that they are all excited about it. So we have
Scott Thompson,
Bernie Francisco,
Bill Adams,
Jim Stone.
So we're only missing one of the 5. Now, y'all have a great history. Can you tell me a little bit about how 58 got started?
well, we actually got together first time in 2004 at just a cookout and a friendly gathering and decided to play a little bit, and from that we evolved back into playing on a regular basis.
Now, you've got 5 members of the band. Tell me who all plays which instruments.
Jim Stone is our bass player, Bill Adams is our keyboard player, Bernie is our lead vocalist, I play the drums, and Ricky Fox plays guitar as well as, and all of us do singing in backgrounds.
All of you do singing, so 5 people with a good voice.
Well, 4.5.
I hate to ask, who's the half?
They tell me I sing, but I don't think they turn the mic up.
Well, now, you said you've been together since 2006. 2004. So what kind of a history do all of you have in music before that? Were y'all part of a band before? I know Jimmy and some of his crew used to be part of another band. What's the history of everybody?
Well, all of us have been playing since in the 60s, early 70s.
Yeah.
I'm not as old as some of these other guys, so I started in the 70s. But
And how gracious of you to say so. I'm sure that they appreciate that.
Well, I have to let them know every chance I get. So.
Now, what kind of music do you play, Scott?
We play rock and roll, we play beach music, we play oldies, a little disco, a little country, basically Motown.
So some of everything.
A little bit of everything.
I've been really disheartened to realize that what I thought was contemporary, some of the music that I grew up with, is now being played on the oldies station. So it makes me feel a little bit old, and it's funny how what oldies is changing. How do y'all define what oldies are?
Basically what we grew up with, I think. Early 70s, late 60s, early 70s.
Now, tell me, what all kinds of venues do y'all play with?
We play a lot of public events such as this, TGIF, and then we play some clubs, and we play up at the lake, and play as far as Kentucky, West Virginia. We've been to Myrtle Beach, Blacksburg.
Wow. How do you handle the bookings for all these locations?
Booked through me mainly, and then we have an agency in Roanoke that books us through King's Entertainment.
Wow, that's quite a spectrum. How frequently do y'all play?
We average 30 to 40 gigs a year.
Goodness gracious, that's an awful lot of your That's an awful lot of your free time, 30 to 40 gigs. Yeah. My math is a little slow. That's what, more than once every couple weeks.
Yes.
Well, we're awfully glad that we're going to have you play. I know you've played with us before and have been a real success.
We're glad to be a part of it again. It's a great place to play and a great crowd. We always look forward to coming back here.
Well, and it sounds like you've got something for everybody. It doesn't matter whether you're in your 20s or your 70s, you're still going to have some music that you recognize and can dance along with.
That's right. We'll play anything from Daddy's Home to the Cupid Shuffle. So we try to have it for everybody.
I didn't know what the Cupid Shuffle is until the last TGIF we had. We had about 50 folks down here doing some dance, and I guess I'm behind the times because I didn't know what the dance was.
Well, a lot of people are still learning it, but we always do it, and it's always a big crowd pleaser.
So is this the contemporary version of something like the electric slide,
Yeah, it's taking place of the electric slide, but we still do the slide because there are a lot of people that are going to get up there to do the slide. So.
And I remember in years past, shagging used to be such a big thing. That's about the only kind of dance I can do, and I've noticed the more you drink, the easier it is because you're just sliding back and forth a little bit.
Right.
But it's nice to have a band that's going to play that. So do you do a real spectrum of that, from Did y'all ever do the Beach Music Festival up in Patrick County?
Yes, we did. We played up in Stewart. I believe it was in 2009.
Yeah.
So we do a lot of beach music, and we have some original beach music that we've done ourselves and recorded. We have one in the Hall of Fame in Myrtle Beach on 94.9 called Carolina Blue that we recorded in 2009.
So you write your own music as well?
Some original beach music charts we've done, yes.
Well, how about that? Who does the music writing for your group?
Mainly Ricky Fox. We do one now by Ricky that's original. It's called Forevermore that he has on the charts down in Myrtle Beach now. So.
Now, when you say on the charts in Myrtle Beach, forgive my ignorance, what does that mean in Myrtle Beach on the chart?
They have a beach music chart that circulates in Myrtle Beach.
Okay.
For beach music fans that all the DJs and the local bands listen to, and people like to hear the beach music down at Myrtle Beach. So it's a pretty popular thing in the South Carolina and Carolina areas.
Well, I hope it'll come back and be popular here again.
Well, we do too.
That's about the only thing I can do. A little clogging and some shagging, and that's all she wrote.
Rocky Top too, so we've covered about all of it. So.
Well, I'm glad to hear it. Do you have a particular lineup of music that's scheduled for TGIF?
Not really. We kind of look at the crowd and try to pick what we think will get the crowd moving. So.
What size repertoire do you have? Do y'all do 20 songs or 2,000 songs? Or
we average 20 songs a set usually.
Okay.
These guys sometimes don't like it, but they call me a slave driver. But we try to give the people what they come for.
But you kind of act as the band manager. Is that about the size of it?
Yes, ma'am. I'm the band manager, the roadie, and you name it, I get to do it. So.
You lucky man, you.
But I love it, so that's why I'm doing it.
Now, what do you do when you're not playing music?
I run a paving company. I lay asphalt. So.
Well, it sounds a little incongruous, laying asphalt during the day and jamming at night. How often do y'all practice?
Try to practice once a week.
Yeah.
If we're playing a lot weekend to weekend, we usually don't, but if we're off a weekend or two, we try to get together and work on new music. So we're always trying to add music to our repertoire. We carry probably 80 songs in our repertoire now, so which is a lot of music to remember for guys of our age. So
I would think that'd be a lot for anybody. So you don't have any music you're reading off of or lyrics. You got to keep it all in your head.
All in our heads. So. Best we can.
That's a lot to squeeze in there.
It is.
Well, I know we're really excited about having you come, and I think it's going to be a great event. I think we're going to have a fantastic turnout. Local bands are always a big draw because I know that we always have lots of fans and lots of people that know all of you for all the years you've been playing. And one last question, 58 West, where did that come from?
Well, I live on 58 West, and that's where we got together the first time. And some of us live in Martinsville, some of us live in Danville, so we're keeping 58 West hot all the time. So we just kind of came up with the name. So that's how we derived from it. Some people say we're a truck stop, but we're not. So.
A truck stop?
Yeah, we've been accused of being a truck stop, but we are a band.
Is that before or after they hear your music?
Before. So. Before. So.
Well, I want to thank all of you so much for coming out. We appreciate your support this morning, and we're really looking forward to having you play. And that's going to be on June 24th down here at the Farmers Market. It starts at 7 o'clock, and entrance is only $5 for adult, and kids 12 and under are free. And we're going to have kids activities. We're going to have fantastic food down here. And this next TGIF is also going to be the Buffalo Wing Cook-Off. So if you're a Buffalo Wing fan, you absolutely have to come join us. We got 58 West, and it's going to be a great night. So 7 o'clock, June 24th, we hope to see you there. Thanks for tuning in, and this is Uptown.